Hi there, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for joining us today. This will be our first birthday card class in a series of 6 classes that we'll be doing during my usual Facebook Live, which always happens now on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. So every other one will be, for this series, will be a birthday card class. And I'll show you, these are the cards that we're going to be making today. It's just a regular class like I usually have once a month, but this time it will be, we're going to specifically focus on the birthday cards because I feel like we don't send out as many birthday cards as we used to or as many as we should. And I just remember back in the day, you just got birthday cards like the whole week of your birthday, and it was just so nice to pile them all up and show them. And so I'm hoping that we can bring that back a little bit. But regardless, with this class, it'll be six different sessions. And good morning, good afternoon, actually. I'm used to saying good morning. So it's 2 o'clock here on the East Coast. So that's when our Facebook Lives and our classes take place. So yeah, we're going to be doing this every other Facebook Live, every other Tuesday for the next 3 months, and that's where I came up with the six classes. So each class is 4 cards, and we're concentrating on birthdays. I'll try to use a few of the same bundles or stamp sets with each class because, hi, Micheline. Oh, I'm so glad that you all can join me today. I love seeing my familiar names, but if you're new to my lives or to this class or to this time slot, just say hi and let us know where you're from because I love seeing new names pop on. So anyway, that's the deal. Each class will have 4 cards and with the make and takes, and you can watch and just take notes if you want. And make them at home. If you want me to send you the make and takes for free, then I would just ask that you place a $35 order through my online store, which is that up here. And then also, if you could use that host code that's showing up on the screen, I need you to use that so I know that it's for this birthday card class. Otherwise, if it doesn't automatically get specifically to a particular order. So I need you to have that host code on there. And I would need the orders to be in by Sunday night, sometime Sunday. And then Monday I can start to pack up and get all of the pieces to you. So that's it. That's all that we need to know about that. Good morning, good afternoon. I keep saying, well, I should say good day. Yes, thank you, Mary. That's a good way of putting it. So I showed you the 4 cards that we're making. I will have the product list in the description right after the video. I'll type that up. I had a problem getting the links working this morning. But I started to say before, we're going to use several of the same bundles or stamp sets because I don't want you to have to you can certainly use whatever you have at home, but I wanted to make it like restrictive a little bit so you're not having to buy a stamp set for every single card. So today we're going to be using the Flowering Tulips and the Blessings of Home bundles and the stamp sets. We're not going to do too much stamping, but because we're going to include a little bit of product from the Celebration catalog and also from the annual catalog. So I think that's it. I'll take this host code off and we can get busy. And if you have any questions or comments, just please share with us. But let's get busy now. Okay, so I have, these are the 2. We're just using this. This is a fantastic bundle. But for today, I'm just picking out the birthday sentiment. So for this one, I can't wait to get into this. We will definitely bring this bundle back into our birthday series. But for now, I'm just taking the happier birthday than, no one deserves a happier birthday than you stamp set image from that. And for the blessings of home, we are going to use this smaller image, and we're going to use the dies for that too. So let me just show you what is the flowering tulips are part of the Flowering Feels suite, and that's all on page 14 to 16 or 17. This is one of those collections where there are two like sister bundles that you can get that are part of this suite. What we are definitely using today is this gorgeous paper, the Flowering Feels DSP. So we're definitely going to use that, and I'll have that on the list too. So for the Flowering Feels, the Flowering Tulips bundle, like I said, I am going to be using this later on again too. So this is $52 for the bundle. That's the 10% discount. And so that would earn you a level 1 item, product from the Celebration catalog. So that's always something to think about too. The Blessings of Home set bundle, which we are using the whole bundle today, is part of the Heart and Home suite. And that's on pages 58 to 61. And I love these, both of these bundles are just beautiful. So this is the one we're going to be working on today, and this again is $51.25. So this also would earn a Celebration item. So but you just need to spend $35 in order to get the make and takes. If your order is over $50, I will send you a little thank you from me and one of these packages of these beautiful polished dots. Now we're going to be using them all the time, and these are from the new catalog also. So, okay, let's just get busy. We'll start with one. Let's start with this one. This is from the Blessings of Home, and I chose this because it has a nice "Have a Perfect Birthday" sentiment on there. So I do have some of the items cut for us. So let me just get all of my stuff for this card to come through here. Okay, hello everyone. So nice to see you. Hi Peggy. Okay, so we need to start with a base as always. So let me just cut a base, and I'll do both at once because I have two designs that will be vertical orientation and two designs that will be horizontal. So first thing I'm going to do is the horizontal one. So I'm going to put this in here at the 4 1/4 mark, and I'm going to score it first. And this way, when I cut it at 5 1/2 for my base, I'm good to go. I have my two bases, horizontal orientation, already ready to rock and roll. So while I'm here, I'll do the other one too. So this time I'm starting on since this is going to be a vertical orientation, I'm going to start at the 5 1/2 mark and just score it, and then turn it, and then I'm going to do my trimming at 4 1/4. And now I have these two bases. So I'm good. I don't think I need my trimmer any more than that. All right, so I'll put that one aside. This one is using the cinnamon cider, which is just beautiful. And it's also, I'm pulling a little piece. I've already cropped out from the scalloped contour dies a little label. This is my absolute favorite print from the Heart and Home DSP. Before I put that in ink, let me just show you. And this, I wish they were all this one, but they're not. But they're all beautiful. And this is both sides. So the opposite side of all of them are the wood grain. So you get a little example here with that. And this is very traditional, but the others are pretty, pretty contemporary, or they're not so traditional, but the wood base, the wood background is always a go-to. So yeah, so this is called the Heart and Home DSP, and it's part of that same suite. All right, so I have my base, and I'm just going to give it a nice crisp burnish there. This is Pale Papaya cardstock. I already ran this through the brand new Hive 3D embossing folder. Look how cool this is. And you could use either side, actually. I have used this side before also. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my seal and run this right over the embossed layer. And when I do, when I am trying to adhere an embossed layer, I do usually lay it on pretty thick because it's, you know, I don't want the edges to pick up a little bit. So we can just get this on here first. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one on right there, but I can do that. I can do that now. And then we're going to just do a little stamping, a little cropping of that die. But I just had to get my little bees on there, just as a little background image. You don't need to have the whole thing done. So here I have a, I'm going to take my, well, let's do a little bit of the stamping. And I'm going to, oh, nope, wrong set. So sorry. Let's see, so I have, we can just do this one first. It is Have a Perfect Birthday, and I don't know if it's going to be straight. Depends on if I put it on there straight. So I'll always test it a little bit on my grid paper. Let's just see. Oh, it's a little high. All right, so let me just bring that down just a bit. And then get her off my finger. All right, let's try this again. And normally if I was just trimming, that's great. If I was just trimming around my sentiment, it wouldn't matter. But since I already have trimmed this, I want to just make it a one-time thing. All right, that seems like it's okay. And now let's stamp this beautiful floral image. It's the smaller one of the two. And I have a piece of scrap. You could do this on your Stamparatus just so you know, you have the flexibility of redoing it if you don't like the coverage. And since this is a larger stamp, and if I'm not using my Stamparatus, I would just turn my ink on top of it that way. Okay, give it a nice press, and that's a beautiful image. All right, let's close this up. And in the make and takes, of course, you would get all of the die cut pieces. And in this case, you would get a piece of scrap because I cannot send the stamped images to you in the kits. But I know that's why if you get the bundles, you know, that's why I kind of limited the bundles that I'm using. But I do want to get more than one use out of it for you. Okay, so here I have my my die from the, what are these? These are just called Flowers of Home dies. And I'm going to send this right through my little mini right here. Get that out of the way. And since this machine is so light, it does kind of bounce around on me. So I'm going to put a little piece of Post-it tape. Post-it note tape, which I just grabbed from Amazon, and that just secures it. So even if it bounces, I'm good. Let me get this over here. And I stamped it in the cinnamon cider because I wanted it to be, you know, I really don't do more than 2 colors. It's very unusual if I do. So in this case, I have this design is with the cinnamon cider and the pale papaya, which coordinate beautifully with each other. Okay, so we're just going to take this now. Let's put this onto the base. we're almost done with this first card. This is so easy, so simple. And, ooh, too hard, Lori. Okay, nice and easy. That's what my dad would say. Easy does it. Okay. All right, let's get this right up on top and make sure that I am where I need to be. Okay. Now we have our image. You could take a blending pen and you could just spread out that color a little bit, which I have done on another project. I don't really think it's necessary here in this one. I just wanted to showcase the beautiful, the DSP and that one striking image. So we're just going to load up some dimensionals on here, and let me pull them off with my take your pick tool. And these are going to go right here. And I don't want to cover that beautiful bee, but it looks like I'm going to have to. All right, I'm just going to put that there. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of twine and make a bow, quick bow, and put that right on top there. And then I have my sentiment, and then I have those bumblebee trinkets from the annual catalog, which are so stinking cute. I just love them. And I mean, it was just perfect for this. All right, let me just give that a trim. And you could always fuss with it a little bit to get the curl out of it if you want. I like it nice and short. All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this bow, and I'm just going to lay it right on top of my mini glue dots. And it's a little bit, because it is just twine, it's a little bit bigger than the glue dot. So I'm just going to give it a squeeze so that you don't see it. And let's just put that right there at the bottom of the bouquet. And now I can give it a trim once I see where it's going to land on there. All right, let's get the sentiment on here. And this can just go down here. And last but not least, our beautiful trinkets, bumblebee trinkets. And these, again, these also just can fit right on your mini glue dot roll, and press, and you're good. And we'll have this guy going right up there. There we go. First card done. Love that. Okay, so let's put that aside and we will move on. This is one that we are using a celebration DSP. I'm still using the, let me get my sample here. This one has a horizontal orientation, so let's give that a nice burnish right down there. Makes it so much easier when you just do a whole bunch at once. And so this DSP is called Daffodil Afternoon, and I think I have my pack here. And this is a celebration item, so this is an item that you can earn for free with a $50 purchase. This is my favorite print out of here. And this has obviously the daffodils on one side, but it does have nice neutral patterns on the back sides. So this is a cool set to get for free too. And this piece too is fabulous. This is a whole card front, just right there in front of you. There's nothing more you'd have to do with that one. Okay, so that's what this is called, Daffodil Afternoon. And for this one, we're just going to, this is so simple. I took this is another piece. I don't think it's the back side. It's a different one. This has the daffodils right in there too. And I cropped this out with a die from the Hippo dies. And this was the large one here. So I cropped that out already. So then I went and I took the same sort of the same design. It's not exact. It doesn't have the points that the other one has, but I wanted to crop out the center of it to make this just a little bit more special. So let's do that. I'm going to bring back in my plates for my mini and pop that. The only thing you just need to remember here is just make sure when you're placing it, you're going to match up to make sure that the pattern is, if it's a directional pattern, you'll want to do that. So there you go. And it just, we're just going to have it pop up just a little bit. And let's get back going through. Oh. Let's see. You know what? I did it the wrong way. All right, let's try that again. Now that it's in the right place, let's be sure that we put the cutting edge down. I knew that that was a little too tough going through. All right, going through again. Take two. And these are pretty new, these dies, but they are definitely my go-to now because I love these big, bold label dies. So we're just going to pop that out and put that aside. Okay, so now I am going to layer this on here, but I want to get a little strip of ribbon behind that before I glue that on to the base. So I'm taking the white linen. I don't know what the measurement is on this, but this was part of the triple pack of the what was it called? Of Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack, I believe, and it's in the annual catalog. So if I'm not right on that, just let me know. I think that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, and since we're just going to make a knot, I'm just going to put a little adhesive on the back side and just attach the ribbon that way, and then we'll go back and make a knot. All right, then. Once I have one, then I can make sure that I'm straight. Once I have one side. And that looks pretty good. You could always use your grid paper just to make sure. Okay, I could bring that down a little bit. All right, so now I can put this on the base, and then we have something to work with. Okay. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm just layering this, and you can see just how easy it is. The DSP just makes the card. You don't even really need to do much more with it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my outside layer, and I'm going to place that here over my ribbon, and I'm sure I can just do this with, I could have used the liquid glue, but I think this will be fine. It doesn't need much. Okay, and let's make that just right across the side there. Okie dokie. So now let's take a little piece of ribbon again, and I can just tuck it under. Oh, actually, you know what I want to do with this? I don't really like this, so it's kind of so thick. I love it as a background to make a strip. But what I normally do with this is I'll just take it and cut it right down the center. And then I have two cute little workable pieces. I think that it's just so much easier to deal with it when it's this narrow. So now I'm going to send both of these through here. And come on. And then just make a knot right here to the side. And you can move it, when you do it like that, you can move it to whatever side that you want. Okay, so let me see where my top layer is going to go before I start trimming this. So this I'm just going to place right over it with a bunch of dimensionals. And actually I think I'll use, this is a little too big, but this is one of those foam sheets. I don't want to use my good scissors for that though. So let's just trim this just a little bit. And this will pop up very nicely on there. And then that just gives us a little base for our sentiment to sit on top. So let's see, let's just make sure that the flowers are going the right way. Oh, let's see if they go this way. Okay, that's good. And then I still want you to see the background, the black coming out from the piece of DSP. So let me just trim these. And that's good. You can make it tighter if you want. And now we're just going to find the, oh, I did not stamp this yet. So let's go ahead and stamp this since there's really not much else to stamp on this one. So I'm going to take my Have a Happy Birthday again. This time I'm just going to do it in the, let me just wipe it off on my chamois for a sec here. And then I'm going to use the Memento. My goodness, this desk is a mess. All right, so let's just do that. I have to check this to make sure it hasn't moved. I think it's good. All right, I'm going to put this right into the center of this tab. And like I said, all the measurements will be on the PDF if you, once you place the order. And then I took my lovely labels punch. I don't know what else, there's another name for it. And I just want to use this side here. So I'm going to just send it through. This is a 1/2 inch, so it usually will come out nice and straight. But I just want to make sure. So I'm just going to look at it from the underside to make sure that I'm even. And there we have that. So this is going to go just right on top there. And I'm only going to put a little adhesive on the center section because I don't want it to go down over it. Okay, and there you go. And then that is just needing a little bit of embellishment. And this is from, this is one of the new embellishments. It's called the Classic Matte Dots. And what I like about these is it has gray. I'm always looking for gray or tan, but it has the basic white, very vanilla gray, and the and black, which I love. So I'm just going to add, I think just 2 on this one. Whoopsie. And see how that goes there. Okay. So that is done now. We have our second card done. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. I'm glad you found us too. Okay, so we have 2 done. 2 done, 2 to go. This next one, I'm using the, this was my birthday card that I sent out to everyone who had signed up for my birthday program. I'm just sending out birthdays. I want to bring birthdays back. So for the month of January, whoever signed up, and if you're interested, just let me know. I'll send you the little form to fill out, and I would be happy to send you a birthday card. Okay, so for this one, we're going to be using my favorite color, which is the Soft Succulent. And this DSP, I hope you have it already. I have plenty, so I have no worries about getting putting in the make and take packets for you. But this was from that Eden's Garden, or I think it was called Ever Eden DSP, and it was just gorgeous, and it had cotton paper with it. It had a lot going on. So So I wanted to use up what I have there, and this sentiment I did take from that was the one from the Flowering Tulips stamp set. So we'll grab that, and I think I'm done with that one. But like I said, I will definitely get back to this, and we'll be using these tulips for stamping for sure. So, all right, let's just do some layering on here. And like I said, I just took a few pieces of the, it was either Ever Eden or Eden's Garden, whatever. Can't remember the exact name, but thank you for sharing. I so appreciate it. Okay, so I'm just going to layer this on here and try to get it straight without getting my head right over it. And then this one too. This is just a little bit of a different piece than what I have here, but it's still beautiful and I wanted to use it. Okay. And I should have mentioned before to remember that when you are placing your orders to get the celebration items, if your orders, if your wish list is pretty large, just remember about the starter kit promotion that's going on during celebration. And again, that's a really good deal. This time they're offering, it's the same, pay $99, choose $125 worth of product, but this time they're offering another 2 free stamp sets. Any stamp set out of the annual catalog or out of the new one. That's okay, Susan. You're here. We're glad you're here. So yeah, so that's big, and that's another reason to take advantage of it and to join my team also. So, and I always tell people, all my customers, when they do place or when they get in the habit of placing large orders, I just remind them of what a great deal it is to get the starter kit and then to shop at a discount. Like, why wouldn't you want to shop at a discount? So anyway, just keep that in mind. I would love to chat with you about that if that's something that you think maybe you would be interested in. And they always sweeten the deal, you know, when it's during celebration. And this time it's the two free stamp sets. So my advice to everyone is, well, choose the most expensive ones. And that just add that to your discount of more free stuff, the better it is for you. Okay, so let's take the soft succulent and this sentiment, which is no one deserves a happier birthday than you. And I love that too. So let me this is where the grid paper really comes in handy. With the photopolymer, you're pretty guaranteed that you're going to be okay. Just be sure that you do use some kind of a pad or mat underneath it when you're stamping with the photopolymer. It really does make a difference. Okay. All right, I'm going to save that. I think I'm going to need that again. And then this one is going to go right here after I make another one of those little bows for my side panel here. And then we'll add a little bit of bling for that, and we'll be good to go. Okay. I probably wasted a little bit there, but we get the idea. Okay, and now this one, and this was another one that was cropped out of the scalloped contour dies, and I'm going to do the same thing I did on that other one. Maybe I can just use the piece I cut off, that will be fine, and use the foam adhesive strips for this. No, not the strips, the foam adhesive pad, or sheets, that's what it is. That's what we have adhesive sheets, we have foam adhesive sheets. I do love these though. They definitely make it a lot easier. Alrighty, so I'm going to add this here, right over the top. Actually, I'm going to bring it down a little bit, just so I can show off this DSP a little here. And then, of course, we have to have a little bit of bling for here, and that will be, whoopsie, the 21 to 23 in color jewels, and which I love, which I use all the time. And I see a little mark on my paper that it's not ink. I don't know what it is, but I will not have that. So I'm going to cover that up and add 2 little baby dots here. There we go. Whoops, get in line. There. Okay. And there we have our 3rd birthday card. I hope you can see that. I hope the glare is not too bad. The sun is really weird right now. Okay, so for our last one, we have, we're going to be using oh my gosh, my favorite. Every one of these sheets are my favorite. This is the Flowering Fields DSP. Again, this is in the new catalog. It's from the Flowering Fields suite. And look at these gorgeous, gorgeous patterns. It's just unbelievable. And I love, and that stamp set is, those tulips are the best representation of a realistic looking tulip, I think, that I've seen in a very, very long time. So, okay, so let's take our last base that we made with the vertical, and I'm going to just give that a little push. And then this one, let me get my other ones out of the way here. And this is going to be, oh, we're going to use that stamp set, that sentiment again. Let me just wipe that off a little bit with my chamois off the camera, and that should be okay. And for this one, oh, it's a little wet, is we're going to be using Mango Melody. And because that is a coordinating color with the DSP, this beautiful DSP. So I already trimmed that. This is just going to be really, really simple. And that's what I really try to do with the birthday class. I mean, sometimes during our Facebook Lives, we do techniques or we do fun folds, or which are all great. But for the birthday series, I wanted to make sure that it was quick, easy, and duplicatable, so that if you do have the bundle, you do have, and you'll have the DSP in with your make and takes, you could make multiples of whatever it is that you wanted to create. So so that's what these are, like, really simple. You can see how fast I'm just going right through these. Okay, so this is nice and dry now. So I'm going to use my Mango Melody just to stamp on my, this is another one of those hippo dies. And there we go. So like I said, that's why I limited it. I tried to do it all within 2 bundles or 2 stamp sets, because I want you to be able to do this and to have all this at home. So this was just a little strip right off the side here, and I just trimmed it down a little bit, and I'm going to use the opposite side because that's a beautiful neutral print. Okay, let me just get a little bit of adhesive on here. And I'm just going to put this just to give it a little bit of a focal point, and that will go right there. Oh, Eden's Garden DSP is beautiful. Thank you, Deborah. I wasn't sure what the name, or Susan, I can't tell who gave me that information. Thank you very much. All right, so we need to add a little bit of ribbon for here. So let's see if I can get it out of my, I'm really running low on this one. So for here, I'm going to make a bow. I'm going to go right around and then put my tag right on top. Okay, oh, I have plenty. I thought I was going to have to open up a new roll. Okay, will this be available to see what I missed? Oh yes, it definitely gets recorded right after the live, and then I'll upload it to YouTube, so we'll be able to see it from anywhere that you want. All right, so let me see if I can't do this. I might have to use my little reverse tweezers, but let's see if I can get it this time. Nope, I can't. It's too thin. But that's what makes it so nice to work with, and it lays nicely. So this is just a little trick with my, these are, I think they're just called reverse tweezers. And it's like another hand. They're helping you out here. And that's all you need sometimes. It's so thin, and it's so staticky that it fits. It just sticks to everything. But of course, not to your hands when you want it to. Okay, see? Nobody would know for the better. I can just move it right over to my end there. And if I wanted to trim it, I could. But, all right, now that it's on, I can get this onto the base. Yeah, that's what I like. Simple but pretty. You know, there are simple cards out there, but really not that great. You want to be able to show off, and that's what I just love about this DSP and these sets. It takes all the guessing work out for you. This is crooked. What happened here? Isn't it? It's hard to tell with the, maybe not. Hard to tell with those flowers back there. But, so this is another card that is just having the DSP do the whole show. That's the star of the show for sure. All right, let me just get a few dimensionals on this one. And I think we'll be ready to go. Did I say that this was the hippo dies? I don't know if I said that, but those dies are really coming out big time now for me. It's just a little different. I mean, I love the scalloped contour. I love the seasonal dies. This is just a little bit different. The shapes are a little bit different. Okay, this one doesn't even need any embellishments. It is just beautiful, just the way it is. Okay, so let's get them all together here. We have our 4 cards, and we are done with our, put those, so you can see them all right here. So these are the make and takes. This is our first in the series of 6 birthday card class projects, and everything, like I said before, is available with the $35 purchase or a $50 purchase, and I'll send you as a thank you a pack of those polished dots. So just use the host code. Let me put that up here again, and have your order in by Sunday so that I can start to get everything packed, and I should have it out by I should have everything out by next Wednesday, and you'll be able to enjoy. But I do appreciate that you're sharing the video. If you are watching the replay or you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel so that you subscribe, like, share, comment. But if you subscribe, you'll be able to be notified if you from my next video or my next class, which will be when will it be? It'll be 2 weeks from today. So these orders, they all need to be in with the host code by Sunday, the 16th, I believe. So thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I love to see your names popping up. I love to see new names here, and I will see you next week. Next week, our Tuesday at 2 live will just be, a 1 project and the regular. But we're just going to skip a week every other week. So this will last all 3 months, and we'll be able to have our 6 classes in there. So if you have any questions or comments or anything, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer. Or you can PM me if you don't want to put it here in the comments. So thanks again, ladies. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and just stay safe. That's most important. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.